Hello, loves. How have you been? Share with me what has been going on in your life. And I know I have been a little absent with my live streams, but I'm back today, so it's all good. Um, I've been busy with, it's springtime, it's always really busy on the farm, and my family is going to be coming into town in a few weeks. I've been doing some preparations already. I'm running my Shakti program, so I've been super busy with that too, which is super, super fun. And yeah, but I would love to share with me what has been going on in your life. Can you tell I got a haircut? I can't, which was the goal of the haircut. I don't know if you can relate. I feel like I need to get haircuts because, you need to. And then, hey, Melissa, how are you, love? Thank you for joining. I want to do a live stream with you. I was thinking about you yesterday, actually. So I'm going to reach out to you. So I got a haircut, and she only cut a little piece off just to make it healthy, and that's all I want because I hate getting haircuts, and hey, love. Anyways, let's do it. So I wanted to get on live, go on live today to talk to you about something that has been happening in my life, like something that I noticed within my work and within myself. Melissa says, just the way I like to get my haircut too. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, on the day of getting a haircut, it looks so beautiful and perfect, even though you need to get a haircut, and then it's like, oh, why am I doing this? I always have that. Anyways, I wanted to talk about something that I've noticed within myself, and I'm curious if you can relate and kind of how you see this in your life, is that we often can feel like we always have to keep on going and going, right? Even though we don't feel inspired, or we feel tired, or we feel like we need to relax and take a break, right? We feel this pressure to perform and to produce, and it may just be coming from like that's how we normally done things, or we compare ourselves to others online if you're in the online world, like doing the things like I do, like showing up like this, and that is basically because we've been taught to live that way, and that's okay. That's, just the way it was. Like, that's how I was raised too. But it doesn't work for us, right? At least it doesn't work for me as a feminine woman, right? And I noticed something interesting around that, and that there's this really fine line. There's this fine line between showing up for the work in whatever way that looks like for you, right? Even though I may not feel like it, and so there's a fine line between showing up anyways, because like this is my work, right? And totally feeling uninspired to produce because I really need to take a break and take care of myself, right? Do you see that difference? So this is especially true when you're running your own business, either online or even like in person, like whatever you do, right? And even in work. As an entrepreneur, like I'm a coach, right? I host women's circles, I do workshops. Like I said, I'm running my 3-month Shakti program right now, and I feel like I have to be inspired, right? Because I need to deliver in these places. I need to deliver my work and my truth and what I believe in. Like that is my service, right? I need to. And, but sometimes, like in between places, it can sometimes feel like you're like pushing yourself too hard, even though you're totally not inspired at all to show up. You just feel like you have to produce, right? So here's what I do. I always like to go to nature and I always like to go back to nature and think about nature and how nature works, right? So it got me thinking. It's springtime here right now. trees are not always in bloom and blossoming, right? If trees would be in bloom all year, they would be so exhausted, right? They would not be as vibrant and radiant as they are in the spring months, right? Like, they're always beautiful, but just for the sake of the story, we're talking about the blossom in the spring, right? And it got me thinking about, we are the exact same way, because we are going through our own cycles as well as humans, as women. And just like the trees in the fall and the winter, we need to have moments of rest to recharge and to get ready for the new and to show up, right? And when I say the ready for the new, is I like to see that as ready for the new wave of inspiration, ready for the new inspired action of expansion, right? The new wave of Shakti and that life force wanting to experience herself through us, right? That the new wave, that's how I see inspiration and the new, right? Because here's what I also noticed, and I just love this perspective, is that whatever you put out, right? Whatever you put out, whether it's a business idea or a project at work, a school paper, if you're studying, a painting, a meal for your family, or just for yourself, whatever you put out is direct inspiration from the divine, right? You're creating that, and you executing that is your gift back to the universe, right? Does that make sense? I love that perspective of that dance between inspiration and execution and creating and giving that back, right? Through our actions. Melissa says, listening to our body's cycles is essential. Trusting our flame. Oh, I love trusting our flame. I must run, goddess. Yeah, let's connect soon. Bye. So, do you see that perspective? Like, as a dance, it becomes so much more interesting to me to start doing things from that place, right? And this piece, what I'm sharing with you right now, is it came to me when I went for a walk in nature, right? So it just shows that sometimes you cannot push yourself, right? Sometimes you can't push. Sometimes you really have to take your mind off of things and go do something for yourself, right? And all of a sudden inspiration will show up and it will flow and things start to flow again. I know you've all experienced this, right? And now back to that fine line, there's like this little disclaimer, right? Of course, it is easy to become a little lazy, right? Or to wait around for inspiration to come. Like, it's so easy, for me at least, just, oh, I'm not feeling inspired, so let's just do nothing, right? Sometimes you really have to utilize that you're masculine and produce, right? Sometimes I really do have to push myself a little to show up because it is my work to be of service, right? So I need to be of service sometimes, most of the time. And that, again, it depends on that fine line. There's that fine line between, do I really need a rest, or am I just maybe procrastinating because I'm not feeling inspired? But once I sit down, inspiration may flow, or once I go for a walk, I may be inspired again, right? Do you see that there's that balancing scale, that fine line? And only you will know what that feels like for you and how that feels in your body, right? I can only help you with that and guide you to that point of recognizing that and being aware of that, right? So I hope this makes sense. I would love to hear your perspective on this. That is kind of what I had for today. Let me know how this resonates with you, and if you have any questions, I'm always here for you. I'm always here in the group. I'm always here, even though I'm not posting all the time. I'm always here, hanging out. So if you have any questions, just post it in the group. If you're watching this on YouTube, where I'll be posting it, Find us on Shakti Embodiment on Facebook, private group. And as I said, I'll leave you with this. I am running my 3-month Shakti program right now until the end of May. And it's just these things that we are becoming so much more aware of within the program too. Like the entire program is about the embodiment of our feminine magnetic energy, right? And we start again on July 1st. So taking a little break, and then July 1st we start again for the next 3 months from there. I will drop the link below if you want to join the wait list for it, to apply to join me in those 3 months starting July 1st. And I will personally send you more information about it too. And it's so beautiful to be in this container right now. And it just makes me go more within, which I love. A little bit about the program. I'm combining tantric philosophy with mysticism, like with feminine magnetism, like I said, sacred sexuality, accepting ourselves, accepting all the feelings, like whatever is going on, right? I am a good reflector to whatever is going on for you. And it's really my own journey, right? Of loving my body and being a spiritual being who loves otherworldly things, and how to kind of apply that into this physical world, right? And healing my worthiness issues, how to be more confident to even do things like these live streams, right? Never thought that I would in my life, but here I am. So yeah, and it's about really my journey of loving my own darkness, tying all that together. So it's really, really good. Like the women that are in it right now, they're like blossoming, I guess is the best word. Very fitting with our topic today too, with the trees. So let me know if you want to join the wait list. If you join the wait list now, you will receive a 30-minute energy session with me. It's completely free. So it may be really worth it. And message me personally, or just use the link below. And I'll be back soon.